Welcome to part 2 of reproduction in animals. The first part we have seen the sexual reproduction. In the second part, we are going to discuss about asexual reproduction and the other topics covered in your NCERT book. So first, here it's given in vitro fertilization or IVF or test tube baby. So the fertilization is the first stage in the sexual reproduction, and after fertilization only the development of embryo happens in the uterine wall. So for fertilization, if there is any problem, that time we are carrying out this fertilization process in artificial conditions outside the body, inside the laboratory. Okay, so here this is a method mainly used by the couples having the problem for fertilization. That is the first stage. So we are collecting sperm from the male parent, and we are collecting the egg. We are removing the egg from the female, and these two are mixing together in a test tube. So we are taking sperm and egg to a test tube. We are mixing and we are providing all the artificial conditions for making the fertilization process in a lab, and thereby the sperm is combining with egg nucleus and producing the zygote. So resulting in the production of the beginning stage of a baby, that is zygote. Okay, so this is carrying out in vitro. In vitro means outside fertilization. As it is carrying out in a test tube, it is named as test tube. The baby after born by this in vitro fertilization named as test tube baby. So this is the process. The next is about viviparous and oviparous animals. Vivi means which can give birth to young ones, viviparous. And ovi means egg laying animals. So here two types of animals, viviparous and oviparous. So viviparous, all the mammals are coming under viviparous, and oviparous, all the egg laying animals like housefly, frog, fish, snake, all these are coming under oviparous. Next is the internal fertilization in hen. So the hen is carrying out internal fertilization, but hen does not give birth to chick. So as human being, the fertilization in hen happens inside the body, but after the fertilization, the formation of zygote also happens, and the zygote is not, in human being, it is developing into baby inside the body. But here the zygote, what happens? The zygote will be getting many protective layers. Many protective layers like shell, and after that it is coming outside of the hen. That is, it is laying the egg outside the body. So the internal fertilization is happening, but the continuation of this growth into a chick happens outside the body with favorable conditions like sufficient warmth. And the embryo takes about some 21 days to develop into a complete chick. So by that time, during this development into the chick, the embryo gets all the food from the egg yolk, and the albumin present in the egg helps to protect the embryo from the damage. Also, it is getting oxygen diffused through the shell. So like this, internal fertilization happens in hen. The next slide is about metamorphosis. So metamorphosis means the process of transformation from the immature form of an animal into adult form. So for human being, the baby is developing directly to the adult. So both are the same form. It is looking same form. But in case Here it is A to B. If with the help of alphabet, if you represent, you can understand more easily. But here, in the case of some animals, A is changing to B, B to C, C to D. So A to D is not happening directly. In that case, if it is undergoing through many stages, it is called as metamorphosis. So some examples I can give you. In the case of frog, so first a frog is laying the egg. The egg is hatching and forming the larva called tadpole. It is looking like a fish and using the gills for respiration. And next metamorphosis, it is producing the adult form frog. So frog is using the moist skin for its breathing, and while in water, here while in water it is using moist skin, and in when it is on land it is using its lungs for breathing. So this is about the frog. Next, about the butterfly or the silk moth, how it is forming egg, then hatching and producing the larva called caterpillar. Then the metamorphosis undergoes and producing pupa. Then it is producing the adult form, it is silk moth. Silk moth. So this is called as metamorphosis. Next is asexual reproduction. We have two asexual reproduction here, binary fission and budding. So what is the difference? Sexual reproduction means the union of male and female sex cells are there. But in asexual reproduction, we have no involvement of these gametes. We have different type of process involved here, that is binary fission and budding. So here first we are going to see in amoeba. So you have studied about amoeba in class 7. So what is amoeba? It is a unicellular organism. So it is a unicellular organism living in stagnant water, and here the amoeba is reproducing by the process called binary fission. Amoeba is reproducing by the process called binary fission. So once the amoeba is reaching its adult stage, that is maximum size, it is undergoing the process called binary fission. Binary fission, and its body only dividing into different parts to produce the new one. So here we'll see with the help of diagram, I will explain to you the binary fission. You can see the fully grown amoeba here with a nucleus and cytoplasm. This is called parent cell. And what happens here, the nucleus is lengthening. You can see the nucleus is lengthening the longitudinally. So same time, the cytoplasm also is going with the division of the nucleus to produce a new one. The nucleus is dividing into two parts along with the cytoplasm. Finally, the cytoplasm is also dividing here, and it is trying to dividing into two body parts. So you can see here the adult parent cell, now the same parent cell is being divided into two daughter cells. Two smaller amoebae produced. So the daughter cell is called amoebae and parent cell is called amoeba. So like this, the reproduction by binary fission happens in amoeba. And here even in paramecium, another organism, paramecium, also this same process happening like amoeba. Paramecium also undergoing the same process of binary fission for its reproduction. Next we will move into hydra. The process is called budding. So budding means the small part of the body is producing a type of outgrowth. It is called as bud. You can see here the outgrowth is called as bud, and each hydra is having tentacles. This is called tentacles. And this is its mouth. So this is the complete organism. Once it is adult stage, it is undergoing the asexual reproduction by the process called budding. The outgrowth is extending, or it is coming out of its body. It's called bud. So once the bud is growing, it is producing its mouth and tentacles. Finally, it is detached. You can see the detachment from its parent organism, and this is the daughter one. Daughter means the new one. It is growing and forming the adult stage of Hydra. So this is a process called budding in Hydra. And next is we have yeast. So this is given in your lab manual book. So like budding here, Hydra, only one outgrowth happens. Budding in yeast, what is the difference is many buds are formed. So if this is the body of the yeast, many buds are formed in a chain-like form, and finally it is detaching and separated into the new organism. So this is called as yeast. So all these organisms are multiplying very fast. So almost like 20 to 30 minutes, the yeast is able to divide into 2. So like that, it's dividing very fast. That's the reason it is used in fermentation process. We reached to the last slide, cloning. So cloning is explained in your book. The first formed cloned animal was Dolly sheep. So how it was formed? First, the female Finn Dorset sheep is selected. From this, taking the normal body cell from the mammary gland. Mammary gland means the milk producing gland. So the female Finn Dorset sheep, from that mammary gland cell is extracted. So from the cell, the nucleus of the cell is taken. So from the cell, we are not taking the entire cell, we are taking only the nucleus. So this is about female Finn Dorset sheep. Next, I'll give another color to identify what's the difference here. The next, we are selecting the female Scottish blackface sheep. From this, we are taking the egg cell. So egg cell is having single nucleus. This is the egg cell extracted from this. And from this egg cell, what we are doing is this part we are removing. That is, the nucleus is removed from the egg cell. In this place, what we are doing, this nucleus which is taken from the mammary gland cell is placing. So egg cell which contains the nucleus is removed, and in that place is replaced with a nucleus taken from the cell mammary gland of female Finn Dorset sheep. So now it is like this is A means this is B. So it is having the outside part is B, but nucleus is from A. So finally this new egg cell is implanted to the uterus of another female Scottish blackface sheep. So we are selecting a parent to implant this newly formed nucleus with egg, and it is forming a new organism, cloned animal, that was Dolly. So like this, the first cloned animal was produced. Okay, so by this we are finishing this lesson. Hope you all understood. Thank you.